Welcome to episode 62, Azzholes. Please turn on closed captioning as I'm asking so I don't consider you one. Okay, it's not that serious. I mean, are there any innocents in this world past the age of 1? Everybody has probably been an asshole sometime, even me. Internal joke. You saying that with an almost straight face, right? You know, I've gotten quite a bit of teasing on the word good since I started doing my blog. Of course, some of it is friendly teasing, but most of it is malicious. And the malicious ones I view as coming from assholes, so I do a Taylor Swift and shake it off, usually with a smile on my face. But here's why I smile in the face of assholes. Okay, that came out wrong. Assholes make me smile. Shit, that came out even worse. What I mean to say is that when I see someone being an asshole, a rueful smile comes to my face because it's like a recognition of sorts to myself that the person is an asshole. Okay, the bottom line, pun intended, is that sometimes you don't know who's an asshole, so when a person shows their true colors, so to speak, you have to smile to yourself cause you have successfully identified an asshole. I mean, you were almost duped, right? Of course, if it was someone you liked that revealed themselves to be an asshole, your smile might mask a little disappointment since you now think there might not be compatibility between you and that person. So it's a wry smile, a little different from an internal joke smile. You see, I wonder all the time about why. So why are some people such assholes? It's a wide pool. Anything from a loud mouth to a bigot to a mass murderer. Why does human being A not respect human being B's existence when human being B is totally indifferent to human being A's existence? Okay, don't be cute. If it's just because human being A is mad at human being B's indifference, just remember that is not a justification under my philosophy of life. There are other ways to get human being B's attention without being an asshole. So what's the mystifying reason or reasons that cause human being A to have no respect for human being B when human being B as an individual has done human being A no harm or wrong whatsoever? What makes human being A think like that? In other words, what thought process makes someone a loudmouth or a bigot or a mass murderer? What makes an asshole an asshole? To me, it's not mystifying at all, because there is always a spectrum to the nature of us humans. So, whether it's blamed on genetics or a difficult upbringing, you are gonna have some assholes in the mix somewhere. At some level, they literally can't help themselves. And while you or I might feel sadness for them, that's their nature and life, they don't see it that way. But, and there's no internal joke here, how on earth is a planet full of assholes going to survive? I'm not smiling because it can't, according to the Earthless Universe theory that I have. Well, I asked the hard question in blog episodes 5 and 17 about how a good world deals with assholes. And the answer I spoke of in my blog episodes 18, 26, and 31 is that it's all about time. I'm not glossing over anything. My belief is that stopping time for someone will become feasible almost easy in the future if we last long enough. What will remain hard is being able to recognize when you are dealing with an asshole so you know how to conduct yourself. Internal joke. So what exactly are you thinking when you look in the mirror and see a smile on your face? But internal jokes to myself aside, I don't feel that the current trajectory of this particular earth is what I consider good. These days it seems the volume of permanent assholes is overwhelming. Of course, for most, being an asshole is not incurable. As I said, all of us, including yours truly, do assolic things sometimes. Internal joke. I think I like that word. Maybe that's why recycling is important when you're seeking compatibility. Until that is, there is a hurt of the heart. So what about this earth? Time will tell, but the problem with depending on fate versus good is that you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it take that drink.